Hey guys, last time I looked, 47% of people said they preferred mega grading results videos compared to any other type of video on the Numistacker channel. So it's Numistacker here. You guys are in for a treat because close on the last one, it is now time for another mega results set of videos. This set will be 3 videos. So there's enough coins in here for 3 videos, and then I'll do some more arrivals or maybe some more commentary videos. Haven't yet decided, but since these are the ones that you guys seem to like more than anything else, then it can't be a bad thing that we're doing some results videos and see how members of the Silver Forum got on, and these days quite a few other people as well who are choosing to grade their coins with NGC and with Numistacker. If my voice is a bit funny, then please forgive me because I have a bit of a cold. I can't remember the last time I had a cold. It's really weird because I haven't had a cold for probably 15 years. I normally seem to find a way to get through the winter without one, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I've caught one off somebody in the family or something. So, a little bit stuffed up, so hopefully it won't take anything away from your enjoyment of these unboxing videos. We've got one NGC little long box, and we've got one of their big boxes. The big box is pretty heavy, stuffed with plastic slabs. So for those of you who enjoy a good plastic slab, then you're in for a good treat. There's plenty here to interest you, plenty of lessons to be learnt, plenty of successes to be seen as well. So let's get on now to slab number 1. So the first slab out of the box is 1793, and it's a Guinea, a full Guinea. AU55 is not a bad result for this. It's very nice if it's not bent or graffiti or cleaned or any one of those nasty details grades. This is actually a good one. This Guinea is what's called a spade Guinea on account of the shape of the shield. The spade Guineas are actually probably a little bit more common than the other couple of types. There's one with a really nice kind of flowery shield design on the back, and there's also another type which is a military Guinea, which I also really like, which is a bit rarer. This one, 1855, Australia. This is a coin that was sent in originally in a PCGS holder, and it was sent in for cross grading to NGC, and it crossed at exactly the same grade. So I think there should be an 1855 label somewhere in this box for the original, which we'll have a look when we come to it. You might quite reasonably ask yourselves why people are sending this kind of sovereign in for grading. Fairly low grades. Some might say some bullion grades of sovereign. Here's a Great Britain 1861 XF45 with a shield back. I mean, all shield backs are worth a little bit more generally as a starting point than St. George, but it's not a brilliant coin. It's a pretty low grade coin. Pardon me. I think the answer to that really is that a lot of people who start to collect these things, they buy them without really focusing on the grade. They often buy coins that are being sold on. Maybe they're raw for a reason. They're not being bought at a premium price, and consequently, a lot of people start accumulating when they begin collecting sovereigns. They end up getting a whole load of coins that maybe should be left as bullion coins. Maybe they shouldn't be slabbed at all. On the other hand, there's a lot of people who like to have all their coins in the same format. So they might have a few good sovereigns, which they paid a lot of money for, but they also like to have coins which are not so good sitting by the side while they build up their collections. The next one coming up here is an absolute gem. It may look like a normal run-of-the-mill everyday sovereign, but it is a 1910 Canada sovereign, Edward VII, but they only made 20,000 odd, I think, of these sovereigns in Canada in 1910. It's not the rarest of years. There's, I think, 1908, 1913, 1916 are also probably rarer, but 1910 is one of the best possible dates to try and find in the Canada sovereign range. Okay, so the next lot of coins here is 2016, and it's got this alternative portrait of Elizabeth on at the back. It's the only year to have had this particular portrait, so in many respects this is actually one of the special year sovereigns, joining 89, 2002, 2005, 2012 and 2017. And this lucky person has scored big time in terms of the grading of these coins. You can see that they're lovely. They're in scratch proof holder, and they have got the GB label, and you can see here the grades of these coins are in fact a total run of 70 grade coins. That really does not happen very often. The only thing which is wrong with this particular set is that NGC did not pay any attention to the instructions they were given. They were asked to grade these monarch up rather than monarch down, so that the Queen's portrait, which is unique on these coins, could actually be seen. But they didn't read the instructions carefully enough. As a consequence, they graded them with the monarch the wrong way up, and all these have now got to be sent back to NGC for a mechanical change. I remember when this coin came in, I thought it was really good. It looked really clean, and for an older panda, it looked absolutely unmarked, and I was hoping for either a 69 or a 70, both of which are very good for these older pandas, and it got the 69, which is great. The next one didn't fare so well because of some older cleaning. It's a 50 sen piece from Japan, and if you zoom in a little bit with me, you can see where the cleaning signs were, and you can see there are kind of little marks, not so much on that side, but let's take a look at the other side of this coin and see if we can see a bit more of that cleaning. And you can see, yeah, you see there, you see when I hold it up to the light, going across almost diagonally down to the 4 o'clock position. You saw that it had been wiped and cleaned, and those were the marks they picked up to details grade it. I've got a few little labels here that came off these coins when they were PCGS slabbed coins. If you get some of these back, it's probably good practice to send these labels back to PCGS so that they can be taken out of the census. Otherwise, coins tend to be double counted over time, and sometimes you then look at the census and the actual number of coins doesn't really reflect the total number of coins. It's probably not quite as critical for modern coins, but if you have something that's old and rare and you cross, then definitely try and get it taken out of the PCGS census. It's just good manners, really. So there's a few more examples here that you don't see every day. The PF, the proof version of the £5 coin from 2017. I think it'll be some time before the Royal Mint produce something as nice as that as a £5 coin. This one is the pied fork one, the double width one, also a 70. A lot of those have got 70s, probably 80%, 85% or more have got 70s. And you can see here this PyFork coin was cross-graded from PCGS. It was a PR70 DCAM with its PCGS label, and it crossed straight into PF70 Ultra Cameo with no problem. It's quite nice when that happens. Sometimes you do send coins for cross-grading, and actually they don't cross at all. Happens 50% of the time. It seems to happen. This one's interesting because this is now in an NGC holder, and it's got an MS70 DPL designation, deep proof-like, and originally it was in a PCGS holder, but it was graded by PCGS in the early days before they acknowledged this was a brilliant uncirculated coin. So you can see here on the PCGS holder, it's got PR70, so it was a proof 70 in the wrong label on PCGS, and it crossed into MS70 DPL with NGC. This one was originally in an NGC holder, and it was a 69. In fact, it still is a 69. It was sent for conservation and to have its label changed and be reholdered at the same time with a GB label on, so it matched the others in the set. It came back originally a couple of months ago, and they had not changed the label despite the instruction. And it's one of those coins where they said if we conserve it, we think we'll do more damage than good. So they didn't conserve it. They refused to do the conservation, and they just sent it back exactly the way it was. But now it's had the label put on, which is exactly what the owner wanted. And you don't often get a chance to see two of these coins side by side. And you can see the left is the brilliant uncirculated version, the right is the traditional proof version with a much deeper frosting. So couple of final coins. This one, very unusual. This is a 2 sovereign gold piece, but it got a 68. I don't know why that is. That's really kind of a bit weird and a bit worrying, because these things don't normally get a 68. I think it's the first one I've seen. There must have been some other little scratch on it that when it came from the mint. So really, those kind of new coins should not be getting a 68. Most of them are like this one. They get a 70 and everything goes really, really well. So that is all from me at the moment. Forgive me my cold and my voice if it was a little bit of a funny audio track on this, and hopefully it's back to normal sometime pretty soon.